this was a perfect storm. Everything that could have possibly gone wrong that day went wrong that day.
Right now at 10, a detailed breakdown of the attack on Robb Elementary School shows multiple failures by officers. What security experts say could have saved lives.
Live from Dallas and Fort Worth, this is CBS 11 News at 10.
Tonight, a newly released minute-by-minute breakdown of the shooting in Uvalde is revealing some new concerns about that disastrous response.
It is hard. The new report from Texas State shows that law enforcement missed multiple chances to stop the school gunman here. Alexis Wainwright talked to a local law enforcement expert about what went wrong.
This report says there were 3 missed opportunities to stop the shooter, and some of the 21 victims killed could have been saved. Tarleton State University criminologist Dr. Carmen says this simply shows some failures on behalf of law enforcement. In a report conducted by The Alert, a law enforcement training center at Texas State University, officials point out ways the shooter could have been stopped. The report details at 11:33 a.m. an officer saw the suspect carrying a rifle outside of the school, but took eyes off of him to ask for permission to fire. By the time the officer turned around, the suspect was already inside.
It's puzzling that a police officer, knowing that a suspect is armed and potentially going to harm people in a school, would feel that they need to request permission in order to shoot someone.
Are you supposed to ask for permission when it comes to something like this?
Lethal force, rather, within the scope of use of force, can be used and should be used when somebody's life is being threatened and it is imminent that that life will be taken or somebody will be harmed lethally if the officer does not engage the suspect. And that is a rule, a universal rule that we teach.
The report goes on to say within seconds of going inside the school, the suspect fired at least 100 rounds into 2 classrooms. But there's more details that law enforcement experts like Dr. Carmen can't seem to understand.
All the way from the fortification of the building to negate the opportunity for a suspect to come in and penetrate it, to law enforcement, in some cases specific individuals like the chief of police asking for a key when the door was unlocked, waiting to leaving the radio behind because he needed both hands to shoot someone. I just continue to shake my head, Alexis.
Governor Greg Abbott released a statement saying, in part, the investigations being conducted by the Texas Rangers and the FBI are ongoing, and we look forward to the full results being shared with the victims' families and the public who deserve the full truth of what happened that tragic day. Del Carmen says this is just a piece of the story and more will come out soon. He says he still has questions like how exactly were the police officers and the chief trained, and why was there failure of execution if they had active shooter training? Alexis Wainwright, CBS 11 News.